Tonight, as new COVID cases slow, a positive arises for teachers. How Minnesota is keeping the virus out of schools.
And vaccine testing, what we know about how it impacts kids and when they might be eligible for it.
And forced to move forward, the husband of the woman fatally shot at a health clinic this week remembers his wife, his message to others.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us tonight. Minnesota's governor says the state's COVID-19 testing program for teachers is working.
A month in, he says it's helped keep virus transmission rates among teachers below 1%. CBS3's Emma Quinn explains how one school district is using the program and hoping vaccine efforts move forward.
At the start of January, 96% of Minnesota school districts signed up for the nation's first educator COVID testing program.
COVID's taken a lot from us. One of the things is students being in class and students being with their teachers.
Governor Walz required all schools that were having some form of in-person learning to offer on-site testing for staff every 2 weeks. He says it's helping keep positivity rates low within Minnesota schools.
That's allowed us in our schools to keep our test positivity rates to 0.36%. Even though 86% of our K-8 students right now are doing some form of in-person learning.
Each district gets assigned a day for testing. The Harmontown School District holds their testing program every other Wednesday.
We tested 55 the first time, and then 75 the next time.
Superintendent Wayne Whitmore says teachers are taking advantage of the program, and it's helping keep students in school for their hybrid learning model.
You know, I think it's just one more piece to the puzzle, one more thing that helps us.
Whitmore says he has staff that are nervous bringing students back full time, and getting teachers vaccinated would help.
We're putting our teachers in a tough spot where they're torn. And to try to alleviate that, I really think the only answer to that is to be able to offer them a vaccine.
As Harmontown prepares to bring students back for more in-person learning days, the school board is planning a special meeting on Thursday night and is asking for community input.
As COVID cases and hospitalizations continue dropping, Minnesota is easing more of its restrictions. Starting today, restaurants can stay open an hour later. That's until 11 p.m. now. The governor is also increasing capacity limits at restaurants, entertainment venues, gyms, pools, and private events. There are only minor changes, but Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan says it's part of the careful balancing act, limiting spread while encouraging economic recovery.
Coming up next week, certain patients at Grand Itasca Hospital will have another chance to sign up for a vaccination appointment. According to leaders there, this week's appointments are already full, but you can try again at 9 a.m. Monday. At this time, limited vaccines are available for patients 75 and older. The best way to sign up is online via MyChart or by calling 218-326-7344. You can find more information at granditasca.org.
People flying to Canada will have to quarantine when they arrive. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made that announcement today. He says starting February 22nd, people flying into the country will have to quarantine at a pre-booked, government-authorized hotel while they await COVID test results. This is in response to more contagious strains of the virus popping up around the globe.
Before new medications hit the market, adults are almost always researched before kids, and that's no different with the COVID vaccine.
So how are kids tested, and when might they get that vaccine? Heather Brown talked with the only group in Minnesota conducting COVID vaccine trials with kids right now.
For this COVID vaccine trial, how are the participants doing?
So far, everyone's doing great. Maybe some arm soreness, maybe some redness, occasional fever, everything what we would expect so far.
Since December, a number of teenagers,
hundreds,
have been given Moderna's COVID vaccine.
For every 3 people that participate in our study, 2 of them get the vaccine. So one gets the placebo.
At this medical office in Minneapolis.
We've done over 1,000 trials in allergy and asthma, and I've really never seen so much interest in any of the trials that we've done.
Dr. Gary Berman runs the Clinical Research Institute.
A parent can't just sign you up. The child actually has to agree.
Child has to agree.
Right now, Moderna's vaccine is authorized for people 18 and older. Its trial for 12 to 18-year-olds has 3,000 participants. Pfizer's vaccine is authorized for people 16 and older. It's currently testing 2,300 12 to 15-year-olds.
Hopefully we'll have some data in the next couple of months.
Dr. Kausar Talat runs vaccine trials at Johns Hopkins. She expects the drug companies to submit their applications for teenagers to the FDA.
Likely to be later this spring.
But says it's important to remember,
until the vaccine is much more widely available, until the adult priority groups or the high-risk groups have been vaccinated, it's probably not going to, we're not going to be vaccinating a lot of teenagers.
My kids are 14 and 17, and they are waiting with bated breath to get a vaccine.
It could be that teenagers get the vaccine before school starts up in the fall.
If we have enough vaccine, that would be wonderful.
Trials for 5 to 11-year-olds are expected to start next. Dr. Talat thinks we'll see that data in the late fall.
It's possible that the young children may not get their vaccine until next year.
Will the little kids get the same dose as an adult would?
Probably not, but that hasn't been determined yet. That's part of what the next study will be all about. Research is a process.
Dr. Berman is also in talks with Moderna to run a vaccine trial for 5 to 11-year-olds. Let's check in on the weather now. Dave, perhaps maybe the beginning of the end of this cold snap, huh?
Maybe Monday afternoon,
Okay.
but from now until then, we're getting a reinforcing shot of the polar vortex, and temperatures could become colder than they have been lately. Actual air temps in Minnesota tonight, I think, will run the range of 25 to 35 below and 20 to 25 below in Wisconsin and the UP. So we're looking at a wind chill warning for Minnesotans, could feel like 50 below. We're looking at a wind chill advisory for Wisconsin, could feel like 30 to 40 below. There's a wind chill watch down towards the Twin Cities, so we're going to share the cold with them. It's folks in the UP that don't have any wind chill advisories, but still their actual air temps will be pretty brisk. Higher pressure taking over once again after a brief break last night when the clouds came up and a little light snow came down, really just a dusting here in Duluth, a little bit thicker towards the Upper Peninsula. Short-term forecast shows 25 below at the airport in Duluth tomorrow morning. Daytime high only 8 below. Stays that way through Sunday. Monday morning, too, but Monday afternoon, yeah, it just might start to change. We'll talk about how rapid that change will come coming up in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. On Tuesday, gunfire erupted inside the Alina Health Clinic in Buffalo, Minnesota. Investigators say Gregory Ulrich shot 5 people. One of the victims did not survive. Now, another Minnesota family is forced to move forward without a mother and wife. Aaron Hassanzadeh has more.
It was just a way of me keeping her close.
Donnie Overbay is wearing his wife's wedding rings, a reminder of her now that she's gone.
I can look down and remember the love that I had for my wife and the mother of my kids.
Donnie got up Tuesday, made coffee, woke the kids up, and warmed up his wife Lindsay's car before sending her off to the clinic where she worked.
I told her, all right, we'll have a good day at work and we'll see you later.
Of course, later never came.
And I was supposed to grow old with her. You know, we were supposed to watch our kids grow up. We were supposed to watch my son and daughter have kids and get married and enjoy our grandkids together. And she doesn't get to do that anymore.
Donnie will have to do many things without his wife, Lindsay, but he won't be alone. And there's evidence of that here tonight in Buffalo.
She was the captain of my ship, and she was the light in the dark.
As the community remembers Lindsay Overbay, her husband wants you to remember something else, because you never know when the person you love the most could be gone.
You need to be able to celebrate every day as if it was your last. It's kind of cliche, but it makes sense now.
Prosecutors have charged Ulrich with murder, and he's scheduled to be back in court next month.
A plea deal has been blocked in the high-profile case of a former Minneapolis police officer. Officials say Officer Derek Chauvin was prepared to plead guilty to third-degree murder in George Floyd's death. However, then Attorney General William Barr personally blocked the plea deal last year. The deal would have averted any potential federal charges, including a civil rights offense. It was part of an effort to quickly resolve the case. Officials said Barr rejected the deal because he felt it was still early on in the investigation into Floyd's death.
Duluth police welcomed 6 new officers to their department today. Due to COVID, the usually large ceremony was limited to a small number of family members for each officer. Duluth Police Chief Mike Tuskin addressed the recruits before they took their oath. He said they were chosen because of their character, and he's confident they will succeed.
We don't hire people so we say, we think this person's going to be pretty average for the rest of their career. We hire because we look and see a future of excellence with all of you. And we know we hired the right people who will not disappoint.
All 6 new officers were pinned by their family members. Tonight at 10, we hear from one Duluth native who fulfilled her dream of becoming a Duluth police officer today.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3 as the cold weather continues, car thefts are on the rise. Find out why coming up.
Today's Duluth Airport high temp 7 below. Tomorrow we may rise to the occasion, hit 6 below, then fall back to 8 below on Sunday. But the afternoon high on Monday just might creep above 0. We'll talk about how far and for how long coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
During the President's Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, take up to an extra $150 off Purple mattresses. Plus, get 0% interest financing for 6 years and get free delivery and setup on Purple during the President's Day sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
The COVID-19 pandemic is the worst healthcare crisis of our lifetime. Hospitals, care centers, and their staff are overwhelmed, and it's getting worse. By now, we all know someone who's been affected by the virus. But there is hope. Vaccines are coming and getting closer every day. But while we wait for relief, you need to do your part. Wear a mask, wash your hands, and maintain your distance. It's for now, not forever.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next?
How do you get in front of companies or get a patent?
Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors just like you for 35 years.
And thousands of people contact them every month.
With 65 offices, you can meet with an InventHelp representative near you who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. And they offer 3D animations and prototyping services to help demonstrate your idea. InventHelp's exclusive databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to confidentially review new ideas, like yours.
Don't wonder what to do next. Take action right now and get the help you need from InventHelp.
InventHelp. Call today for free information.
800-461-0354. That's 800-461-0354 now.
We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
In public safety, we see things that sometimes you can't unsee. After these infusions, everything just kind of turned around and I was able to start enjoying things again.
To learn more, give us a call or visit us online.
Strong, enduring, and timeless. Stickley, America's premium solid wood furniture. Handcrafted by experienced artisans since 1900. Right now, save 35% on all Stickley during the Stickley President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
Risk is the price you pay for opportunity. It's your life. Make the
So if you feel different, know that you're not alone.
We stand together.
Local news and local weather here on CBS 3.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show!
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Cold again this morning, at least for half of the region. Well, frankly, it was cold everywhere, but the coldest of the cold was in Minnesota, farther towards the west, and temperatures were a little bit better where the clouds were just a little bit thicker from that trough that worked by last night overnight, and it did dump a little bit of snow on the region. We got a dusting over the hill here in Duluth this morning, and it got a little bit thicker as you got into the snow belt thanks to a little lake influence, and so that moderated temperatures. Watersmead had a low of 5 below instead of 30 below. Big improvement. Hayward, though, got down to 17 below. So did Solon Springs. And towards Superior, it was pretty chilly as well. Then you look at the really cold stuff. Hibbing, 31 below. International Falls, 38 below. I think we're going to do it again come tomorrow morning and Sunday morning and Monday morning. And finally, by Monday afternoon, I think we're going to bust up this cold snap. It'll be a small break at first, but then next week, this time, we might be very close to normal again, finally. 10 below right now at the airport in Duluth. West-northwest wind running 5 miles per hour. Could go as high as 15, and that's why we have a wind chill warning for Minnesotans tonight and a wind chill advisory for Wisconsin, but no advisory for the UP. But that doesn't mean run wild, run free with impunity. The actual air temps there will be cold as well, so be careful out and about tonight. 3.6 inches of mercury. That is our barometric pressure. It's on the high side from a reinforcing shot of the that crazy old spinning polar vortex sending more cold air into our region tonight. So current temp of 2 below in Watersmeet will get colder as the night goes on. It's already down to 11 below in Ironwood, 9 below in Ashland and Solon Springs and Superior and Moose Lake too, 11 below Cloquet and Silver Bay. Evelyn, Virginia, 16 below, 17 below Hibbing, 15 below Grand Rapids, and similar numbers being found near the border from International Falls to Orr. Cold tonight, yeah, 25 to 30 below for Minnesotans, so about 20 below or so for Wisconsin and the UP, and staying cold through Monday morning. But again, the break in the action could be with us perhaps by Monday afternoon. Current wind chill factors feels like 18 below in Orr and in Big Fork, 20 below, 22 below in Superior and Ashland. So yet another night to bundle up. Doppler map right now shows the clouds associated with that little trough of lower pressure setting up now over the eastern parts of the UP, and its spin could keep some snow going tonight for the Keweenaw, but otherwise I think the reinforcing shot of Arctic high pressure is clearing us up, drying us up, and cooling us drastically down once again. And so for the weekend, it will be clear and cold yet again, but relief hopefully comes our way on Monday as the Arctic high pressure withdraws back to the north, allowing cooler air masses to at least affect our weather towards positive numbers for daytime highs, if not the overnight lows. So, warm spell starts Monday, huh? Let's try and prove the point. Tonight, Minnesota, low temps, 20 to 35 below. Wisconsin, Michigan, low temps, 20 to 25 below. For Saturday, Wisconsin, Michigan highs, 5 below to 3 below, not even above at all. Minnesota lows or highs. I'm confusing myself here now. High temps tomorrow, 10 below to 2 below in Minnesota, mostly sunny. And mostly sunny and cold on Sunday. Monday starts 25 below, but finishes at 5 above. And there's the small seed we've planted for the warm-up to grow and thrive. So we'll double it to 10 on Tuesday, 12 Wednesday, 15 to 20 next Thursday and Friday. No snow in sight for the snow fans, but for folks tired of paying the heating bills so badly, so bigly, you use that term, bigly, 20
feel
above.
Like I haven't been stuck in a cold snap quite like this maybe the entire time I've lived in Minnesota. It just seems like 7, 8, 9 days we're on here, or will be by the time this all comes to an end. It's crazy.
Yeah, you weren't up here around 2013, the year the fishing opener had to be pushed off because the ice was still on the lakes?
In Minnesota, not in Duluth, though. So,
okay.
Yeah, all right.
Well, you've had it cold before.
I have, yeah.
You're getting it again this weekend,
I guess
Tony.
so. Thanks, Dave. Well, as the cold continues this weekend, the Duluth Police Department is warning you not to leave your car running.
The reason? They say car thefts are on the rise this winter. CBS 3's Leanne Valdez explains what the department has been seeing.
The Duluth Police Department says when people keep their car on to make sure it's warm, it may be hurting rather than helping, as it makes an opportunity for thieves to break in, take things, or to even steal it. According to data from the Duluth Police Department, from February 1st through 7th, 11 vehicles have been stolen. Compare that to last year, when 5 were stolen in the same time frame. January also saw a spike. 33 vehicles were taken in the Duluth area. That's 12 more than in January of 2020. Duluth Police Public Information Officer Ingrid Hornibrook says vehicle thefts and prowls are happening everywhere in the area, at grocery stores, convenience stores, even in your driveway.
Our thieves are opportunists, and a car running unlocked with the keys in the ignition is a crime of opportunity. It can happen really quick.
Hornibrook says the police department is currently working on finding many of these stolen vehicles. Before each shift, police officers get a list of stolen vehicles to look out for.
Thanks, Leanne. And coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from the Duluth Police Department about what precautions you can take so this doesn't happen to you.
Still ahead in sports, the UMD men's hockey team hit the road to take on Western Michigan, plus some big news surrounding the CSS football team. All this and more right after the break.
The North Face and Columbia, up to 50% off at Northwest Outlet Superior.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
The most important thing in the Chevy Equinox is not forward collision alert or automatic emergency braking. No, the most important thing in the Equinox isn't any of the advanced safety features we've put into it. It's what you put into it. Chevy Safety Assist, standard on every 2021 Chevy Equinox.
Get a $4,000 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Nick Bolton here to tell you about the newest tack light innovation, the Bell & Howell Tack Pen. We made a tack light the size of a pen, visible up to 2 nautical miles away, has a disorienting defensive strobe, zooms in to focus its beam wherever you want, and won't quit even in the most bitter cold or extreme heat. And yes, it survived getting run over by my Humvee. Clips to your pockets so you can take it anywhere, can help you make quick repairs or break a window in an emergency. It even functions like a regular pen. There's just nothing like it on the market today.
Act now to get your Bell & Howell Tack Pen for just $19.99, and we'll even ship it to you free. Like all of our tactical products, it features genuine Bell & Howell craftsmanship, backed by our 10-year warranty. While supplies last, you can get a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Get yours today.
To order, call 1-800-363-5604 or go to buytackpen.com. That's 1-800-363-5604, or you can order online at buytackpen.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. It's time to welcome the new year with the bath of your dreams. With our Say Goodbye to 2020 sale, we're offering 20% off labor, 20% off material, and no interest, no payment, and zero down until 2022. All of our products are backed with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval and a lifetime warranty. For a free estimate, call us today or visit us online at bathplanet.com. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
This school year and the last have been unreal. So thanks, moms and dads, for sharing your precious bandwidth with our class. We will get through this. But in the meantime, our educators are grateful for everything you do.
This school year and the last have been unreal. So thanks, students, for introducing us to your study buddies. We'll get through this. But in the meantime, our educators are grateful for your perseverance.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland, helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
Get local vaccine information all at CBS3Duluth.com.
Last time UMD played Western Michigan, they came away with a dominant sweep at Amsoil Arena, but this time around, Scott Sandelin is expecting a very competitive series with the Broncos. Puck drop for Game 1 was at 5 o'clock tonight out in Kalamazoo. First period, Bulldogs come up with a turnover. A grade A look for Tanner Latteroo, but nothing doing. We're scoreless after one. Early in the second, Western opens the scoring. It's Hayward native Josh Pasolt tips one past Fanny. And at last check, the Broncos still lead 1-0. Soon we'll be back to hockey for the Minnesota Wild. The team held their first team practice since their shutdown 10 days ago. The Wild have had 6 of their games postponed due to 12 players still listed by the league as being unavailable due to COVID-19 protocols. Minnesota is scheduled to return to action on Tuesday when they play at Los Angeles against the Kings. Spring football no more, as the St. Scholastica football team announced today that they will be opting out of the spring season. The team was scheduled to take part in a 5-game UMAC schedule beginning in early April and ending in early May, but now have decided to opt out, citing the quick turnaround for the fall season as their main concern. The team will now use the spring as a traditional period where they will host practices. CSS is also set to join the MIAC conference this fall. Just 4 games separates the UMD women's basketball team from completing a perfect 11-0 regular season. Tonight, it'll be number 1 versus number 2 in the NSIC North Division, as the Bulldogs perhaps face their toughest opponent yet, as they welcome in the Bemidji State Beavers for a 2-game set. However, since 2014, it's been all dogs, as they hold a 13-1 record against the Beavers. Earlier this week, head coach Mandy Pearson detailed what challenges her team might face heading into tonight's matchup.
They're tough, and Chelsea's done a really good job. They're well coached. They're pretty efficient with the things that they're doing offensively. Defensively, I think they're going to get up and try to pressure us a little bit and make us uncomfortable. It should be a good series this weekend. I'm excited to get out there and play them, and hopefully we play well.
A special night over at Duluth East. The Greyhounds will be taking on Cambridge Isanti, which means that's East head coach Rhett McDonald will be matched up against his dad, Mike McDonald, who coaches for the Blue Jackets. Cambridge Isanti has eliminated Duluth East from the section playoffs for the past 3 years straight, so it's both family bragging rights and redemption on the line at East tonight. So looking forward to that one. Also, Northwestern girls will take on Cameron in postseason action. We'll have those highlights tonight at 10. Kristen, Tony, back it to you.
Thanks, Neil. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, it's about that time of year where freezing pipes can become a big problem. With this extreme cold, it's not just older homes that are susceptible. Tonight, we're hearing from heating and cooling professionals who share tips for preventing pipe bursts and what to do if it happens. A recently deceased businessman in Tennessee left behind a will.
Yeah, and it made a millionaire out of a 4-legged family member. Lulu, an 8-year-old border collie, was named as a beneficiary in her late owner's will. Her former owner, a successful businessman, left a sum of $5 million to Lulu for her continued care. Lulu's money was left in a trust, and the will officially named Burton as her new owner. When asked if she thinks she'd ever be able to spend $5 million on Lulu, she said she'd like to try. Well, if maybe they can't spend $5 million on Lulu, I'm accepting donations,
Lots of treats in Lulu's future,
yeah,
I think. Maybe doggy, I don't know.
Something.
Traveling or something. $5 million's a lot.
Yeah, it sure is. And it sounds like a movie plot or a Perry Mason, Someone's out to get Lulu so they can steal the $5 million. Wish somebody would steal our negative numbers from the temperatures. And maybe by Monday afternoon, a thief will be able to abscond with them, and we'll crack 5 degrees above zero. But tomorrow morning, 25 below Twin Ports, colder inland. Same deal through Monday.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10 o'clock.